Hi, this is Rick from DreamSideOut again. Second video. I'm going to show you the inside of the van now, and just a quick overview of it. I can go into detail on a lot of things, and probably that would be the subject for other videos. But what I'll do here is just take you inside. Last time I showed you the exterior here, and so if I walk around here, you'll see that it's a typical roll-up door situation. The roll-up door is really kind of a cool thing. It's got its pros and cons, but I really like it for a lot of reasons. And I'll go into some of those in detail maybe in later on or in another video too. But here, just a quick look around. What I did inside here is I, first of all, took time to insulate the walls and the floor and the ceiling, and it's insulated all with foam insulation, and then there's plywood put over that, and there's a little bit of framing between the plywood and the wall, the outer wall. I mounted some cabinets up here. These are little just sliding door things that I created here so that I can put stuff in. Built a little sink. This sink is made out of just a stainless steel mixing bowl that I got from Costco. Put a plug in the bottom of it. It's just a place to, wash basin for now. I'm going to eventually put some more plumbing in that and make it function like a real sink, but for now it's just a place to pour water. And underneath it, the sink just goes right into a catchment bottle here, so it's just for gray water. This is just a one of those 5-gallon plastic bottles you get. Okay, and inside here I have a little latch system here, but this is another storage place. This one's empty right now, got a little bit of water in it, but that's a place I can put another bottle of water. And I kind of went overboard on storage for water. I found that I don't need to carry that much water at a time. I can fill it easier. So these cabinets now are just being used for storage for other stuff, but this one here, I have a propane tank in there that I can hook up to my stove or my heater. And in here, this little thing comes down here, and I've got a stove that comes out here, and this stove can fit on top of this counter, and then I can just use that. I use either the little green propane bottles, or I can hook it up to my big propane bottle. And the reason I got a stove like this is so that I can actually take it outside too and use it. It's not built in here, so it's permanently built into the place. And it works pretty good. That's a pretty good stove. This is my heater. You've seen these before. Everybody uses them, these little buddy heaters. That works great when the door is shut and I turn that on for a few minutes. It heats up the place pretty quick. I've been very comfortable with that, and I just usually have it on for no more than 15-20 minutes just to take the chill off the place, and then I'm good. I have a generator as a backup. That was the first power source I bought, was this little powerhouse generator. It was about, this one was I think $700 because it has a built-in starter. They make another model for about $500 without the starter. I should have gotten that one because I never used the manual starter. It's a pull start, and I can just pull that out. And I built a little bracket system here on this bumper setup so that I can set the generator right on there, and I can strap it on here, and I can drive around with it right on the bumper. I haven't used that much because I don't want it hanging outside all the time, but it's something I can do, and I'm kind of trying to think of a way that I can hook that on the bumper and cover it from the weather, and also secure it so nobody will rip it off. But that's why that was the plan for that. But the generator, I have a solar panel system, and I didn't show you that on the outside. Okay, I couldn't talk into the camera while I was holding it up there, but those are actually two 150 watt monocrystalline solar panels, and you'll notice it's really worked out great because those two panels fit just perfectly dimension wise across the back end of the van. And I had to sort of fabricate some brackets right there to bolt them on the back. I decided to put those on the back of the van because of the structure back here. This is a nice solid welded steel structure, and this flange, which is made for catching rain, water drip, worked perfect as a place to bolt onto. And here's another example of one of the brackets that I had to fabricate. So anyway, I could go into much more detail on that if I start getting views and have people that are interested in it. Somebody just came by watching me. That's sort of always kind of funny. Okay, and here's my meter for the solar panels, and you can see I can tell what the charge right now. It's fully charged. It's been a good solar day today. Sun was out, and these panels charge up my battery. You know, by about 10 or 10:30 in the morning, I have a full charge on the battery. Now, granted, I don't put a heavy load on the batteries. I just use lights in my laptop right now. I haven't used much else on it, and maybe just for an hour or so at night I pull a load of some kind on it, but I use the electricity pretty conservatively. And what I have, I'll just give you a quick look under the bed. It's kind of messy at the moment because I put junk under the bed. Right here is my inverter, and in that box are two deep cycle 155 amp hour deep cycle batteries inside the box, and there's my charge controller right there for the solar panels. That's a 40 amp charge controller, so I can get about up to 40 amps in from the solar panels if I was to put more solar panels on. And then this over here is a smart charger that I hook up to the generator sometimes, or I can hook it right into a 120 volt outlet and charge the batteries that way if I want to. So that's another charging method. Now, the way I did this bed is the mattress is just 2 layers of memory foam that I got from Walmart, and put some sheets over it and stuff. And the bed is just a very simple setup. These are boards that are just laying on here, and they all can come apart. I can take the whole thing apart easily and open this whole back up into an open, sort of like a truck again. And I'm going to be using that pretty soon here to haul stuff to a storage unit. I'm going to talk about my situation a little bit in the next video. This is a very important feature that I put into it just recently, and I really feel more at home now with having that. What I have is a chair that I put out here, one of these little fold-out chairs, and then this is a table, just comes down, see, and just folds up, comes down, and I built a kind of a bracket system down there so it catches on the bottom there, and then as it comes up it just holds the legs in. And this is a certain kind of table for me that I needed to have. This also tilts, and I can put a stick in the back there to hold it up. I'm gonna build another little system for holding the table up. I've got another idea on how to do that, because I like the 45-degree angle for doing drawings and stuff. So anyway, but it's also a table that I eat off of. I put my laptop on here, and as you can see, I'll show you, there's plenty of room to sit in here and do my stuff that I need to do. Up here in this spot right now, I just have a window, I mean a mirror, no window, but I'm gonna put a TV monitor right in here. That's what's going to happen there. Over here, this is just a little cabinet area. I use all this stuff. This is a lounge chair. And it's one of the things I like about this kind of a van, and is that when you open it up like this, you can put a lounge chair right here and just sit and look out at the ocean or the beach or wherever you're at, and it's like sitting in a, you know, having a little porch or something to look out. I'll cover that in another video too. And one of the reasons I got this kind of a van too was I wanted to be able to get through to the front. So I have these privacy screens, but I cut a hole through the front here, and I can just crawl through here in and out. And when I'm laying here in the bed, and I can pull the privacy screen shut, and I can crack it open just a little bit and peek out there, and I can see right to the rear view mirror, you know, and I can kind of look and see who's hanging around the van. And these are also going to become places where I put some shelves and stuff in. This is still in progress, as you can probably tell. There's still a lot to do. This is a covering over my distribution panel, my little fuse box. This is a power feeder coming from the battery. I just have one circuit right now with lights, and I'm going to add more lights and fans and all kinds of stuff in here as I go. Just got my solar cables coming down that way. What else? Oh, this is and this is a storage area right above here where I put stuff. I'm gonna organize that a little better. I'll put my clothes and my food and everything else up there. Right now I just kind of got things thrown in there. All right, for water, I just have one of these pump water devices here that you can get, and I have a source of free water. There's an artesian well close by where I can go load up with as much water as I want for free. Sometimes I'll just buy one of those jugs of water if I need to, but I don't seem to run out of water very fast. I use it very sparingly. And as far as my bathroom, it's a Home Depot bucket with a one of these on top. There you go. And that's just some paper towels that I throw in there. I use it for I use paper towels and some. I'll probably go into that in future videos, how I clean up. I use hydrogen peroxide and things like that to clean with, and I just throw the towels in there. It's also a place that I can use for going to the bathroom. Okay, let's see, what else do I need to look at here? Smoke alarm, fire detector. I'll do another shot from inside the van with the door shut to show you how that is. But anyway, it's really nice because I can stand up in here, you know, and take my hat off here. I've got plenty of room. I'm 5'9". People that are a little taller sometimes bump their head here, but I added about 1.5 inches on the floor. The ceiling is lowered a little bit for insulation. It's got an arched ceiling, so I put pieces of lumber across here and just screwed the ceiling on to some beams with insulation in between it. And I have some pictures of that in progress too. Anyway, that's what I did. That's how I did it, and it's still in progress, as I say. Still things that are being pieced together. But in my next video, I'm going to talk about what my situation is right now and why I'm sort of under pressure to get this thing done, because I have to be out of an apartment in a certain period of time. So this is a real deal. This is not something that where I just have a fantasy about living in this. I'm going to actually for sure be living in this full time in a very short period of time. And so I'll go into that in my next video. So with that, I hope you like just the general quick overview of my van. I have lots of details I can share with you about how I built it and why I did it the way I did it. So anyway, with that, thanks a lot.